love rock climbing. I love like the problem solving aspect. I love like how I feel after the physicality of it. Would I say I'm the best at it? Nope, not at all. I go out there, I have my fun, but
And the climbing community was a big part of my college experience.
Interested in sport climbing, doing it just for the gymnastic part. I like it, almost like a vertical height.
Rock climbing as a sport has been around since the 1800s and has gradually gained popularity on its own. But with the release of Free Solo in 2018 and the sport's introduction to the Olympic Games in 2020, the sport's popularity has skyrocketed. You can clearly observe the effect these events had on the sport when looking at this graph from the Climbing Business Journal showing the number of new climbing gyms by year. There are distinct peaks at both 2017 and 2020. But the most interesting part of this graph is that apparently the S&P 500 can be graphed in terms of new climbing gyms per year. All of these new indoor gyms introduce about 1,000 new climbers to the sport each year worldwide, many with their own dream routes.
So my dream route is to climb Stone Arch Bridge in Keene. It's this old, big stone bridge. Used to be for a railway, no longer in use. My brother climbed it last year, and I've always wanted to climb it since then. So I've been climbing inside at Vertical Dreams in Manchester. Shout out. And I've been doing some pull-ups. I've been working out. Hopefully the grip strength will be there for the climb. But I want to do it soon.
A person isn't able to climb the Arch Bridge in Keene without having a good bit of stamina. And at the same time, it's an unusual climb because it's man-made, and I'm not as drawn to man-made things as I am to things that were made by nature myself.
Stone Arch Bridge is a masonry marvel in Keene, New Hampshire. It was built in 1847 for the Cheshire Railroad. At 48 feet tall and 68 feet across, it was one of the largest bridges of its kind in the nation when it was constructed. When the railroad was shut down in 1972, the land was acquired by the state of New Hampshire and a public rail trail was built. But there was a problem. The bridge, the centerpiece and highlight of the trail, was falling into decay. Trees and other plants were sprouting out of the stonework. It was estimated that $270,000 would be needed to make the necessary repairs. With only $50,000 in grants and no help from the New Hampshire Bureau of Trails, the people of Keene got the bridge onto the New Hampshire State Register of Historic Places in 2006 and started to work toward getting it onto the National Register in order to help obtain funds. It took until 2012 to get the bridge on the National Registry. Today the bridge is one of the best preserved stone arch bridges from the 1800s and is enjoyed by hikers and rock climbers, particularly with students from Keene State College.
Stone Arch Bridge, at least, 20 years ago when I was climbing, Stone Arch Bridge was kind of my first foray into climbing. And what's really great, especially on like a dry spring day, there's a ton of people out there from a variety of backgrounds. So, when I first started climbing, it was really great as a beginner to have kind of role models who were climbing over there. And, as I got better and stronger, it was really great to have people help me and coach me to kind of improve as I went.
I think the best way to get into climbing is to have mentors. I think the best way to get into a lot of things is to have mentors, to have a relationship with someone who knows a lot about it, has lots of experience.
On Sunday, April 14th, Ryan Fernandez approached Stone Arch Bridge with ambition and complete knowledge on how to set up a climbing anchor.
Loops, yeah. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I trust you tied it right. Yeah. Oh my God, Declan, no! I don't know whether to like lift you or like. That's a nice hold. Yo, definitely keep me tight though. I'm probably gonna fall. This is just, it's so foreign compared to climbing inside, you know?
Yeah, that's what John Dow said.
It's, and my fingertips are actually like numb, dude. A lot. I know I got it. Hey, dude. That's just so hard. Dude, honestly, the moral of the story is climbing outside in the cold, in the rain, on a slippery rock is literally 100 times harder than climbing inside. 100 times harder. Dude, there's no holds, dude.
In climbing gyms, things are deceptively controlled. I've never heard, holds don't tend to come off. Whereas this rock fall, there's a lot of things that can happen out in nature that don't happen in climbing gyms.
Yeah, your left foot, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah! Put me down. Dude, I felt strong out there, honestly. Like the grip strength, the pull-ups are definitely helping. Like I felt strong out there. It's just, I mean, it was just so slippery. It was just so hard, but definitely helped. Of course, I feel good, but I feel like I could have done it better. You know, it was wet out there. It was tough. I definitely want to come back here when it's dry and not raining, and actually have footholds. My feet were slipping, so it was so bad.